nice place,
Isn't it?
shame that
Yes.
rage.
You didn't manage.
What?
I've
Came here to kill.
brief and to the.
Well then, try. You should have brought her butcher. I am disappointed.
You murdered innocents. Don't owe you a damn thing.
Any gods, start praying now.
My, what a smashing ensemble.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the... But
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it.
nothing. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vit... The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous...
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening...
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or... Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot clean. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
All in all,
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to... Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's
It's the sort...
need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of...
Guess they could use a spit.
Then I shall take advantage as well.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some...
Why, of course.
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Beggars.
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you
I can't count, you know.
remember anything else?
What? Come now. Each was different. Oh,
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little. Where'd they get the letters?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a...
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. But you must focus now and tell us all...
Well, at the shelter.
Where's that?
Thanks, kid. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
If only I had the coin for a medic.
By the...
A sure way to punish the beast. Send north for a witcher and let his...
Damien.
Geralt, it's about...
All right.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug. In fact, you'd do best to maintain it. Let's begin the ceremony. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once...
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are as...
Thank you. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
In more familiar terms, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonri, the gustatory experience of a lifetime.
Feels like,
I trust you shall make good use. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. You returned my sister to me, yet you, as head of state,
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
the Duchess requested I...
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
No matter the mitigating circumstances, whatever... and punished as such.
Your words sadden me greatly, Witcher. But I cannot deny their logic. Syanna, you shall be... As Duchess, I shall have...
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies-in-waiting would come here. I've still not come to terms with it.
Anna Henrietta wanted to believe there was still hope for Syanna, that she'd show her...
I know you.
Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you...
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her. Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast.
Do just that.
Snow White, you with the exquisite hair.
Our dearest Duchessa lies dead, thanks to you, hero. The Witcher's not nearly as nasty as they make him out to be.
How's Samantha live?
Witcher.
Couldn't.
Wondrous. Beautiful.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of...
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside, then. She lies in the Duke...
What? Who decided?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins, and she was never legal...
I regret it ended this way. That I've...
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to... I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm?
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Whatever you say about Sienna...
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would...
True.
How do you find my personal brew?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here.
Thanks.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire, after all. Regis! Damn it, where'd you go?
Raise your hand against the vampire! You shall
I did what I had to do!
The unseason!
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule. An unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the... That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an oval... Supreme bouquet.
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard...
Thanks.
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords?
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working Or maybe I'll just stick to the path. Go on roaming, staring up at the...
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken.
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so far.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances like...
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. I so don't...
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty...
That we did.